It took me about a year to finish Elden Ring. And, I'm in recovery. I'm taking it day by day. It's a step-by-step process, Trauma like that doesn't just go away. You have to work through it. And I thought I was okay. I thought I was getting through it. I really thought that I was close to putting it behind me and saying, it's in my past. I can draw from the experience, but it's done. And I have healed. And then this happened.
There is nothing more terrifying.
They just happen to be on the losing side of a war. Come now, touch the withered arm, and travel to the realm of Shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
And now I can feel it all coming back. I can feel the fear, the pain, the anger, that petrifying feeling of being trapped. I remember every hidden enemy surprising me from a dark corner, causing me to lose 20 minutes of gameplay and 1,000 ruins, or running unsuspectedly into a seemingly peaceful area, only to be greeted by a dragon, or a fox wielding a sword in its mouth, just to remind me of my ineptitude. It's all coming back. I suddenly find myself back on the floor in the fetal position in a pool of my own making. Because you see, the reason why I'm right back where I started is because Elden Ring is in equal measures traumatizing and addictive. Once you start with it, you can't stop. And now that Shadow of the Erdtree has officially been announced, I'm not sure if I'll be able to stop myself from looking into that abyss again and just taking the leap. I don't think I can resist that cycle of crash and crave that the game puts you on, of gently teasing you with its inviting open world and accessible areas and manageable combat encounters, only to crush your soul around the next corner with a boss that has its way with you. Ultimately, that is the allure of Elden Ring. The open world is accessible. You can play for any amount of time that you want, and you can make some progress and enjoy it. And you can have battles that make you feel like a god.
That's very bad. Okay, that's much better.
And then you go into a legacy dungeon and you are just ripped to pieces from end to end. And then when you finally get through that, the elation that the game makes you feel, it really is like injecting something into your veins that shouldn't be there. But then you quickly realize that you need your next fix, and it just gets worse. And every time you beat a boss, the next one is waiting. And then that next one is 10 times more difficult than the one you just beat. And the one after that is easy again. And the game just gives you that tiny sense of comfort, that tiny sense of, I can do this. I can beat this game, until it crushes you again. It doesn't stop right up until the final boss. Elden Ring is by far one of the most brutal gaming experiences that I've ever had. And this is speaking as someone who does not play Souls-like games. But Elden Ring was intriguing for me because of that open world, because it was a lot more accessible than the other Souls games that I tried before that. But it is that accessibility that made it so traumatic, because you just want to keep playing, but the game is stupidly difficult in some places. But that's what ultimately made it so satisfying. And Shadow of the Erdtree really looks like it's going to be more of the same. The exploration in Elden Ring is probably the thing that made it the most special for me. That sense of open wonder that the game just lets you have. So there was nothing forcing you to go in one direction or the other. It just had this tiny little guiding light that kind of tells you where your next main objective is. But the rest of it was really up to you. Anybody who's played Elden Ring will know exactly what I'm talking about. It was that sense of exploration that made it so special. And I really hope that Shadow of the Erdtree will have the same. Obviously, the DLC area will not be as big as the main game, but I really hope that Shadow of the Erdtree can expand on that and make that a big focus as well. If it doesn't do that, I don't think that I'll enjoy it as much. If it's, to put it this way, if it's more Dark Souls than Elden Ring, then I don't think it'll really be for me if that's the case. The trailer that we saw earlier is really impressive, and there are some terrifying enemies in that trailer that honestly scares the hell out of me. I'm not sure if I'm going to be sleeping much after playing that, but I am looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to that cycle of misery that a Souls game puts you on. Again, I've only ever really played or finished Elden Ring. It was terribly painful, but very addictive. Elden Ring was not for the faint of heart, and the DLC is sure to be nothing less. So, God be with us all. Hopefully we can drag ourselves back to the land of the living after finishing that one. Anyway, if you've gotten this far, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time. See you in the next one. Cheers.